into the Prime Gaming agent select, and maybe a bit of a surprise out of
Alright.
Team Liquid here. They're going for double duelist as well, Sean.
Double
It's
duelist,
shocking to
but
see Liquid go
Yampy
into the
on
double
Jet.
duelist, but I do love to see Yampy on the Jet. I think Safe is a
on.
phenomenal raise.
Oh,
But I don't
Liquid
know how
changed
this
quite
is
a
going
lot
to
up.
fare against the Breach.
changed their
and
frag drop,
against
they
the
changed
Killjoy in
their
particular. I
split
think
up.
those are pretty good stall agents against the double duelist, but obviously Loud will be starting on attack. The Breach is very good at opening up areas, whether it's the cross fault line for mid, the fault line for the close A aggression, or even taking B lobby early round.
And they
So those
do
are
the-
key focus areas in my opinion for
These
Loud.
two combos so
Yeah, and
well
one thing
on
I
this
want to
map.
talk about is the lurk potential towards A for both teams. So Liquid here has a Viper. You're going to see the Viper orb combined with the wall to create space towards A to kind of get deep map control and a lot of pressure towards A almost for free because you don't know
Alright,
what's
let's see what they
behind
got.
that Viper utility. But for Loud, they don't have
I wonder if
a
people are
Cypher
gonna
or
start-
Viper. You're going to
I
see
wonder if
the
people
Astra
have
utility
been able
combined
to
with the Sky
implement
to
some
put
of the
pressure on
DRX
ramp. So it's kind of
Viper
two different
jump.
styles, and I think that's a key portion of the map control-wise, and it's going to see exciting to see the differences.
Map number 1 was dominant for Loud, and the question now is whether they can make a comeback happen here in Champions, or if the EMEA champs can return in the series and avoid elimination. Let's get ready to head into map number 2. It's split with Doug and Bala.
Thank you so much, Mimi. You know, Bala, one of the nice things about a change of scenery is that it feels like a fresh start, and perhaps for Liquid, that's what you need. You also don't have to deal with Harbor Viper, so maybe that helps too. You think I'm reaching?
I just love the sign that pops up as you cope as hard as possible.
I'm out here trying to give you guys some hope, and I'm seeing it's Jover signs in the crowd.
No, but I think you're right, and I think this is the first time we're going to see this comp from Team Liquid. So talk about fresh starts. It's huge. And the funny part is this is the comp that really took the split meta by storm.
Yeah.
And Loud's the one that started it.
Naturally.
In a place that you
Reds
really
are
didn't
up.
expect
Nice.
them to have a second
Not gonna have long
duelist to
for
be
it.
able to match up. And I think that's why you're seeing
Let's see what
them
happens.
as well reach for
Okay,
something
here we go,
different
here we
with the
go.
Breach.
We got Liquid on the defense.
Often
We got
trendsetters.
Loud on attack.
See how they can do on the receiving side of what they've created. Loud on the attack. The single duelist comp from Aspas.
Damn.
From Loud, starting to
I
prod
just
towards
dashed.
A.
I just wanted to go a little
Little
bit
damage on
aggro with this.
Sadak.
Heavy mid control with these
So
two.
one
And we could
notice
definitely
well on
just
this
see a
comp as we
group
get
up in a
into
B
this
hit
missile
with
round,
what's
it's a
been
slow
going on
default
so
from
far.
Loud is
Lost control
I
of
think Team
here.
Liquid are going to
Nothing
be
over
able to play a
towards
lot
middle
more
yet.
fluid, which they needed. I mean, they were way too structured on that Haven attack side.
Yeah, 1000%. I think they may have gotten a little bit of info on the Trailblazer. Safe is going to have a lot to do here. Pushed back by the Roomba.
Oh, it's a
that
great
they
nade as well.
will dissuade just for a moment. They're starting to push forward though. Safe is
49
getting
HP.
cleaned up. That frenzy from Kalanzine too much.
Red Guard goes
What is
pretty
Red Guard
close.
doing
Not the
here?
best gun for it, but
I mean, he's going to get challenged
oh my goodness.
But this also could be an overplay here.
by
Because
Red Guard.
Soulcast, yeah, because Soulcast is
Yeah.
really relying on holding B main down. If he dies, then you lose that. If he gets traded at all, you lose that.
I mean, maybe a frenzy, but a ghost here. They're going to walk forward by themselves. A peek on the second. Perhaps no real idea of what's on the other side.
Good luck, Soulcast. Gonna
Luis
get
wins
one.
it out.
Damn,
And he
bro.
gets a second on the Soulcast. What?
Are you kidding me?
Yampy
there?
is here so
is that?
fast
The
though.
bravado.
Spike planted.
Yampy trying to make a play. Two members on the other side of the smoke. You start to see some of the taps come through. That cloud burst to provide some cover. Tui's with the third. Nats
Good
having to
luck,
do it
mate.
by himself. See if Nats can do anything about it. 65 HP. He's getting flash. He drops down
Yeah,
from
nice
heaven
pistol
right
from
into
them.
the next round. Kalanzine cleans him up.
In
Another
terms of the
pistol
pistols,
for
we're
Loud.
3-0.
Just ridiculous there. I mean, especially Tui's walking through that smoke and trading Redgar and then getting the second kill. His first one here. Kind of expected the second one not. And Redgar's smoke there actually was quite good. It was what the grab wall was actually supposed to be. He kind of bailed himself out with that and gave Soulcast an out. Between all the pressure I was talking about prior to that moment, but that definitely lost him so much control.
I almost thought he was happy with it at one point though.
Liquid heavy lean towards A. Both
Like, I couldn't
duelists
work
that
it out.
way. Soulcast joining them, but Loud once
Okay,
again,
same thing in
intent on
terms of the
going
loud
towards
buy.
B.
We've got one
They found so much
pistol
success
and
here in the
wait.
previous round. Well,
Oh, okay.
why not hit it again?
So Tui's really just
Orb up for Aspas. A little
Enabling-
bit closer to having that
enabling
showstopper.
Aspas here.
Love that from Team Liquid there, though. Just trying to spam and get some damage done from Redgar, and you do see the purchase from them. It's a bunch of ghosts. This is kind of the classic mix of weaponry
Meanwhile,
you
over
see from
towards
those
A, Liquid have been
ecos.
doing a
It's
bit
not
of
full
aggression
force like
again
we
from
saw a lot
Yampy.
of
There was a
Death
turret
Version
here.
on
They
that
broke the turret,
first
and
map.
now he gets full info with his dash
I do like what
again.
Loud
So
did
they
there, too.
can
As soon as
kind
Aspas is on
of
the
make
tap,
more
you're
of a stack
spamming
over
from
towards
Loud
B, and it
for
feels
their
like Loud
Ghosts
have a
coming
good
back
read,
from Twitch as
realizing
well.
that
Yeah.
most likely it's like a 1-4 right now.
Yampy.
He's got a Sheriff. Crosshair trained.
And yeah, that's the
Man,
swing that we
that's
get.
really difficult to deal with, man.
Yeah, that Phantom just better.
Yep.
And Loud's gotten the right read. I mean, they pulled all
I mean,
the
it's great
rotates
calling
over
into this
from
one.
Team Liquid. And it's the wrong stack. They were relying on Yampy's information there.
Did
It's
you
just
Nash?
not
What's
deep
up, bro?
enough
How we
really
doing?
to call the rotate in time.
I think that's how we say it. With the
Now
prime,
3
thanks
of
for
8
the 6
the
months,
duelist for
dude.
Loud. And he's looking for more. He's still healthy. He's still got a nade. Perched
Oi.
up on top and safe. Cleans him up.
Stave starting to look really crispy.
And remember, you were talking
got a
about it all in
nade.
the previous map, how good Liquid are in situations like this. They've done well.
Yeah,
to
where
get
do they
Aspas
want to
down,
nade? Because they
but
could definitely nade off wall and
it
then
does not
go.
look like they're interested in going for much
Okay,
more.
yeah, they
And
don't
again,
even
that's
want
why
to
I
go
was
for
so
this.
confused by the amount.
We've got some
This
kind of
Maul is
combo
trying
to get a
actually
kill.
intend to keep Sadak on site, so he dies to the spike. He's full healthy though, so he can run through anyways. The nade
Oh,
though,
the
the
nade is gonna
combination,
hurt.
and that's the Phantom, Doug.
Can he get out? Oh no, oh dear.
Wow.
Hey, he's not.
A little bit of
Well
a slip
done.
there. Yeah.
That was
he
close. It was
managed
a
to
nice
get
try on
out.
that
The reaction there from Sadak is, I mean, incredibly good. Most players of all levels are not reacting that way. They're running into that nade, not
Yeah.
expecting it. And
Right.
he just sees the molly, he's like, okay, I got time. Now, how does he keep that clock in his head? A good idea from Liquid, though. I love that. Back to the point I was making about ecos. Haven, they forced almost
Yeah, I
every
mean, I think a
round.
lot can work on this map.
When
That's
you
at the
have an
moment.
eco win rate of like 30% or something like that, Team Liquid had the highest coming into these international events this year. It's just shocking that they didn't rely on that a little bit more.
If they were to win this round, it wouldn't be the eco way this time. You see, they've got guns. They've got a Bulldog for Nats. Phantoms and Vandals the rest of the way. Got really far up. Killjoy utility too from Loud.
It's a pretty decent bonus
I mean,
at the
this
moment.
turret, you've got a
Sadak
star
taking the
set
hit
up
with the
too.
gun.
And they're not pressuring the middle of the map at all, which
They have so much
normally is
money
what
as
you're
well.
looking to target.
And
They
it seems
take
like Loud
early
may
control
try to
here.
set
They
this up.
create
Look where
question mark
Sadak
over
is, and you've
towards
got
here. They
Aspas who's
take mid
satcheling
control
forward.
as well.
So
Like,
he's taking some space, and it was
yeah,
not a hit
how
towards
we
Veil.
get that kill
You
over
saw
towards this?
It was
That
safe
was
who's ready with
nice.
the nade.
This is a cross map
I mean,
stun
we
as
saw
well.
Sadak stun. It was perfect
Yeah,
for
the
both
cross map
players,
stun,
right?
and this
From
stun
B
is
main,
just
it's
like
going into Veil,
incredible.
it's
Like if you
also
think
hitting
about
ropes,
the
so
all the
targeting
angles
down
that this
Nats
stun gets,
with one
it's just
player
ridiculous. Here,
forces this replay
anyone
right
over
now, and they're
towards
all ready
here,
for it.
here, and here,
A couple on the other side. You saw
and
Sadak
they're
expecting
completely owning them.
something to block vision, something to blind him.
Yep,
It
they
never
lose
came
person
through.
over towards middle. They're trying to
Still
go
gets both
aggro over
kills,
towards
still
B to try and
has
get some
now an
control,
upgraded weapon.
and yep, just out in the open, got Exec on again.
He's still so healthy.
Dude, really,
And
all
he
of them
revealed his
surviving.
position by pre-firing by accident and
Yeah.
still gets Yampy. Got him in the back. He was trying to walk away to save and not give up that information, and Loud is hungry for it.
I mean, how hard do they hunt for Soulcast here?
Extremely.
We'll see. He's expecting it.
He needs to eat into this econ bonus that Loud is going to start getting. I mean, only 2 rounds on the board, 3 rounds after this, and look at it. 3K on almost 4 players.
They got to buy one armor.
Money's good. The old situation actually looks
They
really
got
nice
one
for Loud
buy
too.
one
Sadak 2
armor.
away
They
from
actually
the
have
Rolling
loads
Thunder.
of
Aspas
util as
3 away
well.
from a showstopper.
And that's
They don't have
things
to
that
rebuy.
really add up to
And
be.
Oh no.
Oi.
Oh, you guessed correctly. Is he gonna keep it?
No.
Wow.
damn.
That's crazy. And there it is. You can see Nats actually pulled out a
What's up, keep it? How we doing?
secondary there to try to actually find him, but he was so far away thinking he could escape before the satchels came through. That's such a good bonus from Loud, and that's now every single one converted.
Silence this time from the coach of Liquid.
And we don't get a full
It's
force
too
here
late
from
for that
Team
keeper.
Liquid. They are going for light armor the entire time.
A little bit extra padding, a little something to try to stay in the fights. Soulcast had a rifle.
Get a trade at least for this, and yeah, you can definitely see that they want to
It's
go
funny
aggro
'cause
all the time
they
over
didn't
towards
save
A.
the last time, and they end up going for a force either way. Louder playing this so slow, so considered. Less falling does give a lot of space to Team Liquid, which does force Loud to go for this B hit now.
They can at
dog
least
is
get an op on Yampi.
Fully
Maybe
made
that's
its
a
way
big
around
win
the pillar,
con.
but Radgar swinging behind it,
Especially if they're trying to
perhaps
go
undetected.
this aggro over towards
But
A.
Loud not confident in what they're seeing. They decide to
This has
put
been
brakes
nice,
on it.
but
Look,
honestly,
that's safe.
I wonder if Aspas
He's
is going to check
upgraded a
this.
weapon, and he's got him surrounded.
I mean, surely Loud are considering the fact that they're going to flank through A after losing less.
I mean, are they?
Surely. Where's
not
the...
looking.
Nobody
Oh,
looking.
this is going to be weird.
Any awareness? No? I mean, it's really just Aspas here.
I mean, the timing is crazy, too. They could just get both kills on B, and it's not even a factor.
Radgar's gotten the first, and there it is. There's
Nicely
nothing
done.
that
Good
they
push.
can
Big
do.
kill over towards A in terms of the trade with the gun.
Safe had open
And then,
season
yeah,
on
it's an
members of
eco, so they
Loud.
take a bit of a risk. They push on this one.
Good
Oh, boy.
shots from Aspas. And a MasterCard Thrifty for Liquid to get on the board.
One converted, finally. I mean, we're starting to talk about the entire series as a whole as well. We've been waiting for
Yeah,
this.
and honestly, the overall plan of this is pretty nice in terms of going aggro
I
A.
mean, even just shutting down the initial push too. I'm surprised Loud didn't
So
commit
I
to
wonder what's
that
going to
after
happen
that
now, because
volley.
Yampi can get an
The
op
smoke
out.
went up from Redgar, no grab
And
well.
then does he still
They
choose to
really
go
were
over
concerned
towards
about
A? And
extra
also
stuff
they've been
coming
so
in.
aggro over towards
they didn't
A,
get the
like
information
all of
they
these
were
rounds,
asked.
including the pistol. The Loud not want to punish this A. Okay.
Back into the action, rifles for both. Sadak with the Rolling Thunder and op in the hands of Yampi.
Yeah, and I
currently
think honestly they
unchallenged
thought that
towards
the
B.
op might go close over towards
An
A.
aid from
Yeah.
Safe should cause some trouble though and deal some damage. Look at Aspas.
Some nice nade
Gonna have
damage.
to get healed up. No armor left. Sadak has no armor left. But they invest the Rolling Thunder. Nats avoided
they see
it.
Safe with the
Tries
ult?
to peek out from behind the smoke, and Covington cleans him up, but no. Safe once more. The discipline box goes unchecked yet again.
Recovery was pretty good in the end.
Ult.
Got a little bit
Looking
nervous for
more
that one.
value.
Solcast got an important
The
kill as well.
spike well out of reach.
One enemy remaining.
And this looks like another round for Liquid. 2 instances now, back-to-back baller, where it feels like Loud, these little mistakes are costing them everything.
It was the same
Honestly, I
story
kind of
against
like the call
TRX
here
too. It was
from Loud. They were
very
getting punished all
minor
the time
mistakes
over
over
towards
peaks,
A.
not
Yampi had
synced
been
together.
hit 3 times in a row. They knew
They
it was
won
going to get
first
the
map
op out.
there.
So to go for a fast
Despite
hit
being
over
all the way in
towards
OT,
here and
but
use all
you're
the
right,
util
that
like
is-
they might have been close made a lot of
That's
sense.
a mistake Fraud is going to be.
It was nice
reeling
from.
at.
I mean,
we've
Safe
been
did
watching
everything,
Emil Cam
but it was
the
nice to
entire
change
time.
up the defense setup for this.
I want to see the Danny cam after that one. Because again, that's 2.
Yeah, he was stunned up too, remember, at the beginning of that. That's something that not only should you have seen him go up when he got breach ulted, but on top of that, you just check. Yeah, really expecting the crossfire.
Okay,
Well,
actually
after
finally
chasing
breaking the
down
economy here.
that kill where
Money's
Nats was trying to
switched a
save
little
him,
bit.
by the
Liquid
way.
pretty
Why
good
is he
for it.
peeking? Those types of
Sadak
questions are not
taking the hit
getting
again.
answered.
Meanwhile, for Liquid, a really comfortable position. The op wasn't dropped, so Yampi still has his. There's so much money
Wait,
in the
Cuba,
hands
are
of
you
Safe,
in
in the hands
Europe
of
again?
Soulcast. They're set up
Ooh,
really
it's a nice
well
off
going
angle.
around here.
Nice Trailblazer, he's stunned up.
How the
Still gets
hell is
away,
he
though.
alive? And how the hell is he only
Really
taken
nice
one
movement.
bullet?
Meanwhile, Yampi not moving at all. Still holding that op, and Tuiz is on the other side of it. What a shot!
Super patient from Tuiz here in this one.
This is incredibly good when he's on shots like that.
Yeah.
He's an inconsistent player, though. And I know a lot of people were starting to doubt his transition from the duelist on his prior teams to the main controller here.
Dealt with this well, but they do
Dog,
get
when
good
he's on,
info. They
he's
could
on.
probably just vision block this and go heavy.
How much more can they find? Nats
Oh
doing
my
well to
goodness,
keep them
all
back.
that.
And Aspas following up, too, with this showstopper. Gonna clear out a lot more space.
Yeah, and this is an
Hold
open
that
site now with the
space
kill
as
that they
well
got
for
from
them to
Yampi
recover the
earlier.
spike.
So basically,
there
they
are retake
two
tools
person on
there.
Heaven with the Seekers. They
that's
killed
one
the
of them.
person over towards
That
B. They
caused them
kind of
to
realized
divide.
the site was clear here.
Currently used by
All
Tuiz.
to get
Redgar
to
has
go over
his.
was very. Honestly, the calling from Loud at the moment's been pretty cool.
Do they invest?
Nice shot.
Boy, all he had was a pixel.
A slow pixel at that.
Yeah, and in a round where Loud's
Won't
money were
end
low,
up
getting
using
this one
any-
3,000
anything
for
if Redgar
everyone's
goes
kind of
down.
perfect.
It also looked kind of like Safe and Soulcast were already deciding to save there, which is surprising. Either way,
It's actually really surprising. Again, look at the money they have.
yeah, those 2 rounds in a row, I mean, you really boost the economy when you're going full light armor. Just a couple of rounds won, and you could start buying like they were on Haven, for example. Either way, LoudCloud back.
Shouldn't they take
after
away
two-
some of the guns?
I
They
mean,
can like
pretty poor
slow
rounds,
and,
definitely
like kind of what they're
not
doing is
not
fine.
checking.
Just slow
It's just
hunting
those types
if you
of
see
things.
anyone, but they
Little
shouldn't be like
mistakes that
trying to
cost you
go for
everything.
them. Like the money is out of control, but they're at the point
I
now
think
where they're
this is
so
also,
close to
you know,
like
I go back to
losing
the
a
missile
round and
round, I
having
think
to
about
eco
Tui's,
that
his
they
two
just need to
entries
focus on
onto
their own
B. I
econ.
think about Tui's on this round too.
Yep.
And it's just
He's heating up.
yeah.
He's looking good.
It's
You
just
mentioned
worth
it. He can
letting
be
them save.
consistent
Like
before when he's on,
everyone that
he's on.
survives gets 1,000 extra,
6
so
and 2
it's kind
currently
of
sitting at the top of the
nice to
scoreboard
just
for
let them
Loud.
save sometimes.
We do have a couple ults here from Team Liquid that are close to being fulfilled as well. So
Why is his name EU? That's me in Portuguese, right? I think.
Which means if they end up winning this round, that's a crucial round that they'll have those two up as well.
Blinded. Here.
I wonder if that early flash out from Soulcast forces Yampi to reposition a little bit. Or if he wants to take some of that space. Yeah, he's creeping up right now with the op. Meanwhile, there's a lot of action towards
So
mid.
Op still here. Smoke kind of blocks double vision.
I mean, both Razors are just separated by a nebulous purple blob. That flash from up top, now it's having
It's gonna
to
get
turn.
weird when the smoke goes
No
down.
challenge yet.
Remember, he got punished in a prior round. The breach is set up to play anti-flash and also potentially
The
reactive.
first time
off
that
of
Loud hasn't
Osmos's
taken too
information.
much map control.
Exactly,
Only
two
B main this
satchels.
time.
Fault line just came back up. They just spotted Nats.
Save. Tagged a little, and they actually fault line to push.
Yeah, they've done
Nats
so
off the
good at
angle.
holding middle. Like literally not any map control. They kind of force them to go over towards B. One person prodding B with 4 person late take middle. I mean, they have to end B right now because Yampi has this. So that's why we can have the
Wow, they're so
3-person
wide
stack
about
from
this.
Liquid.
They've lost Heaven. Oh, safe. He's gotten a little bit ahead of it. Both satchels, but he's dropped on the way out. Exit not found. Redgar trying to do some damage, and he can between him and Nats. They drop 3, but Loud
Tui's
punch
has
back.
been incredible.
Planning for spawn right now.
Yeah, and he takes
Very
spawn.
risky
Big
decision,
mate,
and
he's been
Tui's-
incredible.
Again,
He's ice
answering.
cold.
Yeah, answering the call for
Holy
Loud.
hell, he keeps getting the most important kill of the round every single time.
That's a momentum buster again.
Yeah, and honestly, with the map control, like they
Especially
played
after
this pretty
Nats and
well.
Redguard
My only criticism
do
is
so
maybe
well to
with
actually
all of the
keep them in
info
that
that
round,
Liquid
'cause I
have,
think Loud was
they
playing
should
that
have had
mid-round
3B earlier.
And Team Liquid making some risks, making some signs of indecision too. Yet they still dominated that B Heaven hold.
We continue to set up Tui's, and he just continues to perform like that. We're gonna keep
Yeah, I
talking
could
about
see a
it.
timeout where they want to take B main control
He's just playing
itself.
so well right now.
Like jet off angle or something. Because Tui's is just dominating
And
B
while it's
main
certainly not as
alone with an
dominant as we saw in
Astra,
Haven,
and
it
it's
seems
like
Loud are still in a
that's the
very
only
comfortable
smoker.
position. You see Spam
Kind
out
of
from Palatine.
shouldn't be
Don't think the tag, no, it didn't tag
doing
safe
what
at
he's
all.
doing for free at least.
But an early pit invested from Nats mid.
So I was talking about being able to lock down mid on this crucial round
This is such a huge round.
is very important before Loud gets their cycle up.
It's
Try to
actually
stem
like
their
literally they
economy a
have to
little
win
bit.
this round, otherwise this is
Could be massive.
probably too much.
Yampi. There's the first challenge. There's not a flash. It's going to be dry. The second flash come through, and Safe picked up.
Did he see
or
him
excuse me,
Heaven
Osmoth
before?
picked up the
Doesn't
spike, and
matter
I thought he was
either
going to satchel into Heaven.
Yeah, he was definitely intending to. That was the path on that execute, but as
Okay, we're going to see a
falls,
retake with this one. We do have Seekers,
to
we've got
pivot
Seekers
off,
double
and
flash,
thankfully there's
dog,
nobody on the
got
side.
everything.
Well, unfortunately
Loud
for
feel
him,
like
he
they
didn't
don't
fully
have too
commit
much
to it. I
map
wonder if that
control,
was just like an
and they
accident as he was
3-person
satcheling
take
forward
spawn.
with
This is
the
kind of
side in
nice
front of
because
him.
I reckon Liquid will go heavy over
He is
towards here, and
packing.
then they can kind of retake this. Redgar at the
He's
moment
actually
is
perhaps
very
avoided Loud getting the
important.
spike down, and look
Is
at how
he
far up they are in
going to be
spawn.
focused
Redgar's
on this
expecting this,
push?
though. I love this. Playing deep. Now the Seekers are going to come in and
Yeah,
two
Seekers are
going
gonna go in,
spawn,
and they
so
literally
Redgar
two
knows
go
what's happening.
close
They've got a
spawn.
star behind him, too, and it turns into
Yeah,
a gravity
Redgar
well.
did
They're
great.
keeping the fight in front of him. Redgar gets both.
Wow.
Redgar gets all
What?
3. What a play.
I thought Tui's again would have been able to get some success there, but no. It's the IGL for Team Liquid.
Wait, did they talk about
As
blocking, but they
soon as
didn't
the
realize they
Seekers
killed the
confirmed
Astra?
where they were. The star behind them, and
So
the star
funny.
behind them, excuse
They
me, and the
thought the
gravity
Astra was
wall to
still
keep
alive.
them in front.
Okay, nicely done.
Very nicely done.
Yampi with his first kill here. Huge. I mean, you talked about how that pivoted Ospas, but then Redguard's read is perfect too.
Yeah, Redgar played this perfectly in terms of just the amount of people alive, knowing that they have to take some map control. He sets his team up to take ramp, and then
Just couldn't keep it contained.
Just the scream
Yeah.
comes out of nowhere.
and that was the big round where they would have got
Liquid staying in
reset,
this fight,
and now we're
Loud
kind of
littering
close.
B side on the mini map with pings.
I reckon both teams buy after this. It feels like Loud will force if they lose.
Conceal pulling them in.
Nothing but the dog.
Scout to
creating some noise. They got the gravity well out from Redgar.
Nats is not here in time to actually
Okay, they
molly,
changed it
so
up a little
they
bit.
get through,
Fast
and
force
for the
over
first
towards
time,
B
Loud's
with
gonna
one
commit,
fast
now
luck
losing
over
people
towards middle.
instantly.
Yeah, it's labor. They only had
Luck
2
at
come
middle
through. The other
gets
2 are
completely
sectioned
shut
off. You
down.
see him still in garage.
Concealment.
Spike still safely behind it.
And that's the value there of having that orb in mid for Nats to rotate very fast. Obviously, you had the nade and that Gravel come through from Redgar and safe.
Blinded.
But then the follow-up after Sadak got out, after Aspas got out,
Dude,
is
all
that
5
molly
alive?
from Nats. He could just cross safely through mid and get there in time. Team Liquid finally, that game plan, finally, this strategy that they're choosing to go for really working. And Loud is struggling really hard to get out on the first set of util,
Concealment. Obscuring vision.
which is kind of what we were seeing on Haven, if you remember back to that. Team Liquid constantly just breaking the util, trying not to go,
30
never having
seconds
an
left.
actual pounce.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is a
Never
perfect
having
round right
faith
now.
that they could. Here, Loud's
One
showing the same
armory buy, that's
propensity, but
it.
they do
3,000
attempt
with this round. They
that
pretty much
push
buy for the
through,
rest of
now
the half.
twice, actually, on the A side and the B side.
So that's great.
Whereas prior rounds, they just
With
throw out, you know, the
with a
fault
win
line,
condition that
couple
maybe relies
nade,
heavy on
maybe
getting him an
boom,
op,
something
it's
that,
like
flash as
perfect.
well.
Yeah, some
And
work.
then they just sit
10
behind the
seconds
smoke.
left.
Right, yeah, some work across mid, get Aspas into a position where he can maybe get an opener. And you're right, that just hasn't been the case. So the round will end with Liquid saving every single weapon, Op still in hand. And they draw within 1.
Still crazy to me that it's an elimination game.
Yeah.
I mean, up to this point, it hasn't felt like it. Obviously, we had that crazy stomp on the first map. Loud hungry to make a statement. And now it feels like both
Timeout for
sides still
Loud.
hesitant as we get this timeout coming in from Loud.
I think Liquid could use this
I mean,
timeout
with
as well,
tournament life
honestly.
on the line, I get it.
I think there's a lot to talk about.
I have to go back to the year that these two teams have had.
Maybe they're going
and
to take over
maybe
towards A Heaven
expectations
a little bit more.
different, but I
Feels
don't
like they
know
need
that
some more map
even
control.
in the
This is
face
normally
of
the way
Group
they do
D,
it. This is the only place they
for
haven't
these
really
two
been in
teams to be
terms
the
of like
first
fast
ones
A
who
Heaven
are fighting
control.
off elimination is just wild. And the crazy
But
thing
I'm pretty
is,
sure Liquid will be thinking that
in
as well,
eyes of
so maybe they'll
many,
have some kind of
Liquid were
setup
the
for
safe
this.
ones.
Oh, for sure.
They were the ones who were supposed to be on the way out. There were question marks around the other 3.
Either that or they force take middle
But
early.
they were the ones who we thought were going to get out, who I thought was going to get out. And for both of them, again, topping their region. Now, here, fighting each other just to stay alive. It's just wild.
It's crazy. I mean, this tournament is called Champions. These two teams are champions. Yet, they're leaving first, potentially. Looking forward to see what the changes are out here from Loud, because definitely something needs to change. This single controller double initiator comp feels like it should have some go to it, but playing against the double controller, which has been so standard, I mean, to me, that's the key thing that you change other things around on this.
So yeah, it looks like the
compositional
fast A Heaven
idea.
that we were talking about, and Liquid
Then
not
again,
doing
they
anything
were
for
so
fast A
good.
Heaven. Looks like they kind of thought that they would just be going over towards mid again.
It's odd to me. Here we go, fast up A ramp. Finally some
Yeah,
early
this is
control
nice.
elsewhere on the map.
It is, I mean, it's
Outside
it's
of
a
one of the
great dog. The fact that it goes all the way
names on
through
this,
and
which
even
is
checks
difficult
this
to do,
corner
actually.
here,
You see
like
the
it's
smoke
really cool.
intended to do what the
Boombot then
Viper Wall
clears
does
vents,
normally, and
like
Nats
that's
looking
very
at
nice
it.
in terms of map control. But
That's
yeah,
huge.
Nats
I
just
think
wins
they
the
wanted to
one-on-one.
pinch mid.
Oh,
And
man,
did they have
this
any
is
idea
Spike
that
alone.
in reaction, once they were taking heavy, that he would
Yeah,
push down here?
Loud seemed intent on taking some of that ramp
was
space and then
Spike as well.
crunching mid.
The
and
reactions
opening
from
the
Liquid are
site
pretty good at the moment.
Excuse me, opening the map a different way. But Nats with the massive one. And then, of course, it was Redgar in excellent position as well.
Oh my,
Nats is not able to do that, by the way, until Safe walks down mid.
an important
Excuse me, it
shot.
was safe, not Redgar, thank you.
If you missed that, that's a different round probably.
And now Loud struggling to find a way in, man.
My. We may have a series on our hands.
Nature girl down. My ultimate is ready.
Well, still going for it with the lockdown too. Now there's
Waiting
suddenly
for
a
the
chance.
insta reaction.
Only has
Yeah.
the op, which
mean,
could be good.
This would be ridiculous.
2v4 by the way, and it's now in a
Talk about
really
a swing
good
of
situation.
momentum.
We got less with his ult, and
But I think
we do
Liquid
have a
still have too
nade
much
to shut
utility
down
here,
the
man.
ult,
Like, Safe still
depending
has
on
his
where it
nade.
is.
Yampi's with the op, as you mentioned, but they're playing really safe.
Yeah,
They're
it doesn't
giving
want
it
to
a
plant for Heaven, could
So
just get
scared, too. They just
spammed as
gravel
well.
smoked up in
Smoke
heaven and
goes.
Waited all that time till the smoke fades.
And let's kind of
And they don't even
wants
get
to
a
use his
nice
ult, but wants to
splash,
get a
just a safe
kill
one.
fast
Meanwhile,
before he
Too's
uses
just
his
put a
ult.
star
If it
down
would,
right behind
well,
the spike.
maybe.
This Redgar flank is actually quite nice too, because you could expect maybe like a lockdown post plant type of thing.
The timing here is key, though. Do they challenge less together?
They see it's not planted for
Yeah.
heaven,
Expect them to be playing up in
so
that main area.
them thinking
he
that
goes
someone
for
will
the
be
play.
going late heaven
By
is less
himself
likely
on the
than.
side, in the smoke, the nade flying by his face.
boy.
Is he gonna get a lockdown in heaven here?
He's been so patient, but will
Oh,
it
this
pay
is-
off? He saw the bullet, surely.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him talking. Oh my gosh, this is so smart from Tui's and from Les. It's all safe by himself. Can he do it?
Holy
No!
hell, that's a nice 2v4 though.
What a round from Loud.
Dude, Tui's
And they did so
is
without
playing
investing
so
the
good.
lockdown from Les.
like
What a
so
ridiculous
good.
2v4 there.
I feel like the impact
I mean,
of these
just
9 kills
crazy.
is crazy as well.
Remember, that
Like
started
every
as a
single one of these 9
5v3. They
kills
got
has had
both
some kind
first
of
kills
mad
Team Liquid
impact
did.
in the half.
What a play from Tui's, man. What a shift. We've gone from, you know, some of the rounds we saw at Tokyo where it was just crazy beefs out of that guy. And today, he's been insanely good.
9-3 currently. And honestly, his magic goes all the way back to the pistol round. Remember the 2K
Dwaritos,
he
what's up,
got
bro? How we
pushing it to
doing? Thank you for the 4 months, mate. Thanks for the
Still
prime.
bookending so far.
There we go,
What
check
we've
in.
To get your
Very
stretches
adamant that
in
before you
on stage.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Might have time for it too.
Yeah. Really let that be a cue for those of you who are watching at home right now. Take this chance, stretch a little, you
Yeah.
know?
You got any
Stretch
suggestions?
your arms, stretch your wrists. When to, oof, I have bad news for you.
Unlucky, really. It's a long off season that these two teams on the stage right now are trying to avoid.
Yeah.
You really don't want to be the first one out of Group D too. I mean, I'm happy we started with this Group 2 because this was the one that I think a lot of people were looking at and being like, on paper, wow, how could we have gotten this situation?
I mean, Ball, set the stage once more. For those who may have not been keeping up, talk to me about the backgrounds for Liquid and Loud.
Yeah. I mean, especially in this group, right? You have such storied teams. Liquid, they won EMEA. They beat Fnatic, the only team to be able to do so far, which is so surprising after bombing out of lock-in in a, way that I don't think I've seen any team that was as hyped as Liquid ever. And then Tokyo
Get
was okay
penalized for
for
this?
them.
No,
I think
not really.
a lot of
Like,
people
if
actually
it's-
stocks rose in
I,
Tokyo.
honestly, I've never been in this situation, so I'm not sure.
Loud as well. I mean, America's champs, lock-in runner-up.
I'll say if something
Waiting
says
so
watching the
long for
stream,
this
they
team
take
to
your
get
phones
activated.
before you go on
Since
stage.
Tokyo again, they
So
bombed out.
it's not a thing.
What a way to end for one of these two teams. It's just crazy.
I mean, I go back to the interview I had with Sadak at the beginning when they were first arriving into the studio, and I think Sadak fully understands the situation. I mean, the question
in
was
Europe,
just real,
keep it nice.
right? Like, you guys have lost 3 in a row.
How
You're
was the
flirting
flight,
with
bro?
back-to-back international tournament exits.
hate that flight,
and
man.
The
It's a long
reaction on
flight.
his face was like, I mean, yeah, that's just real talk. And you can tell they do seem a bit more loose. They
Not
seem a
good,
bit more
yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Great, you need to make sure you don't get a middle seat
with
for that
all
one.
the rumors and speculation surrounding the team as well. It's just crazy.
Well, folks, while Liquid is taking a bit of a break, we're actually going to take a listen into Kawanzin as he shares some of his thoughts.
Cara, me sinto muito bem porque eu assisti os últimos duas Champions, na verdade, né? E só tem jogadores muito bons e tá entre eles é um sentimento realmente muito bom pra mim. Cara, a DRX é um time realmente muito bom e acho que a melhor coisa deles é o passo a passo deles. Eles conseguem começar, conseguem finalizar o round muito bem. E o meio de round deles também, eles ficam paradinhos, ficando marcando as coisas. E acredito que ele conseguiu punir a gente bastante assim. A gente também conseguiu começar bem, no meio de round a gente estava bem também. Só que na hora de finalizar a gente cometeu alguns erros e eles puniam bastante.
Very aware of this though, still going to try and keep a check on it. Tui's has been noted now. And there's the first. Kawanzin! Clean as hell! Sprays! Sprays! And this time someone answers! Loud gifted the perfect hold on that.
Cara, acredito que a principal coisa que eu aprendi nesse ano é que não existe time fraco e você não pode respeitar ninguém nem desmerecer ninguém. Todo time tá lá dando o seu melhor e todo time pode ganhar de você, então você pode ganhar de qualquer time, sabe? Não tem um time favorito sempre numa série. É um campeonato que eu ainda vou continuar dando o meu melhor, vou tentar ganhar.
Always good to hear from the players, especially after a situation like that where they fall down to DRX the way that they did, but yeah, Kawanzin, Loud looking much better as we're just a few moments away, I'm being told, from this momentary tech pause. Ending again, Loud up big, really in the series. They dominated Liquid on Haven, now find themselves up 2 on Split Ball.
Loving the signs in the audience today too.
Where's Chamber?
Where's Chamber?
Yeah, where is Chamber?
I don't think it's that good. I'll take.
No.
Let's be real.
And Loud is, I mean, up 1-0 right now, so doesn't need as much energy as we might think, given what they ended up showing in that first series.
That's wholesome. That's also wholesome, I think.
Chat, I got something for you to do.
Dang, he has so
New
much.
Clips channel.
Wow.
You can click on it, you can sub.
As the signs went off.
That's what you can do in the timeout. You're wondering, what can we do? That's what we can do.
But again, I am being told that we should be ending this very shortly, as you all
Also
did
the
very
pin
obviously
chat,
to do.
nice.
Safe was not in his chair, but he's on his
I
way
like
back,
that.
and we'll be getting back into the action as soon as possible.
Collecting channels like Pokemon, yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty much. I promise this is the last one.
Who knocked your teeth out, bro? What's going on here?
What is going on?
What the?
I didn't realize.
And he's back on stage. Welcome back.
Apart from the
I also
cooking
very
YouTube
quickly
channel,
didn't
yeah, that's
realize how
actually true.
talented Emil was.
Yeah,
he can
dude.
draw
Yeah,
too.
he can draw. That's
That guy's
crazy.
got it all. So just a few moments for him to get ears back in and back into the action. Again, Loud up 2 on the attacking side. We'll take a few moments here to
refocus.
refocus, recenter on what's going on before us. Because it's been, well, as you're mentioning, it's been a bit difficult. It's been a bit labored for Loud as they've tried to get past this defensive.
That
pausing
actually,
utility
honestly,
that Liquid have thrown in their
Keeper,
lap.
that actually has potential.
I think it's been a much more difficult
I just
game
get
here.
sent
think
different
it's because of the
microwave meals and I
compositional
rate
choices
them.
they've gone
That's
for.
legit.
Team Liquid shifting up and has, you know, you kind of expect Loud to have a real good prep against the regular double duelist that everybody is playing. That's kind of the thing that you're probably going to get the most practice on against.
There's a big problem with it, and that's that I don't
see
like
if he
eating
can
on
keep
cam.
up what has been a
So
good
that's,
half so
that's
far,
step number
despite
1 for me
looking
to
like, you know, there's
get
struggles
over in terms of the
here and there.
hurdle. Dude, I hate eating in
Back
front of
into it,
people,
though.
let alone eating on camera. Oh my
short
goodness.
Op still in the hands of Yumpy. The ult for Redguard.
ASMR, bro. Oh man,
Loud
that
has
sounds
2
horrendous,
keywords to
dude.
work with too.
Okay, let's get back into this one.
And it seems like for Loud, you know, we were talking about this prior to the timeout, and really both
Just me
rounds that
chewing?
we've seen,
Dude,
it was a
that's-
bit different
that's grim.
in the previous round, but
Okay.
there is more of an intent on focusing mid.
Dude, we're so close to some ults. Where are we at in terms of money?
I'm surprised they haven't gone back to that
Relatively
same
low.
punish that they did on
Yeah.
to Nats
They'll
earlier
still
in
be able
this
to.
game.
Both teams are
Yeah,
squeezing
with a
out by
stun from
for the
Sada,
next
yeah.
one.
They are set up in a
I've
similar
got
way. The
trial.
duel coming in towards B main.
Found one.
Two's been the king.
Oh, Nats is isolated right now. They could get into this. He's alone. Aspas
Damn,
punishes
he just
Redguard, though.
absolutely sent it.
Perhaps off of the fall
Oh
line, but
my
Kawanzin
God,
is
they're
gonna
winning
get one on the
both of
next
these
two.
right now.
You're
Good
right,
luck
he was
on site.
isolated. He gets
Safe.
cleaned up. The
Oh.
timing on this is good from
Oh.
Soulcast as he gets both.
Flash for your teammate.
I mean, finding just the right moment to strike.
Could have coordinated that a
Valentine
little
not
bit better, but
interested
he
in
didn't
playing
know
this
about
map
B
much
main.
longer. That's now 3 on the round for him.
Jesus.
Yampi with a nice snap, a 1v2, he dashes forward, the spike has been planted, spam onto 2, he's not fully connecting, but damage has been dealt, he's gotten it down to 1, 2, he's weak, he's been good,
Whoa.
but has he been this good? No! Yampi
Alright.
with 3 as Liquid get the round.
Nice round from Yampi.
It's
I
a
mean,
fire from
they
Yampi
need
on
this
stage
kind of
too.
stuff. They need these
Trying
kind of
to
rounds,
even
because
this
honestly,
out
it
before we
feels
close
like
out
the
half. A 1v3.
beginning of the rounds are always going the way of Loud at the moment, so they needed some
Soulcast
hero plays, and
contributing
this
too.
was
I
like a
mean,
double
swinging
hero
like
play,
that is
Soulcaster and
just-
Yampi.
With speed.
And getting 2
He did good to isolate the 1v2 here at the end.
Great, but the
I
second
feel like Les maybe got a little bit too angry.
For them to be able to get back in that after the Russian duo fall in mid. Here we go.
He's back. Yampi's back, baby.
It was missing on stage this entire day so far, and finally,
Okay,
some energy.
last round not too bad. We have a lot of ults into this, and when I say a lot, I mean 4, and they... Interesting.
The rolling thunder
Oh, man.
paves the way
Did
for
he
him to move
see...
his way forward. The showstopper.
Nightmare.
He spotted him,
Oh.
but he doesn't get the
Whoa.
kill. Safe does. Blades from
Safe's
Yampi.
done
Another
great.
round.
No way.
Spike on the pause.
Oh, that's unlucky timing with the
Safe
wall.
tried to find some space. Wasn't able to though.
You should run.
That's a deep lockdown, bro.
That doesn't even clear out the back of sight right here.
But they're aware of it. You see the pings on the minimap.
Yeah,
I don't
no
think
one wants
they're
to make
really
a hero
intending on
play
going
here.
that way,
But
to
what
be
do they
honest.
even have there to punish? They put a Cosmic Divide to help Soulcast.
Oh my god, look at this ult for
Flash out on the
Soulcast.
other
What
side, and that's gonna
the...
confirm that they do want to hit that way. You don't have to worry about what's happening mid. Meanwhile, Safe creeping his way forward. The
Fair
flick
play.
from Soulcast.
Owned
I
it,
mean,
and
the
now they
value
just
of
tunnel
these last
vision
2
on him
rounds.
as well. That was actually a pretty cool round.
Bookending it, getting the final round
This was a
and
cool round.
tying
I
us
liked a
at
lot of the
6.
plans and shit from both teams, to be honest. Safe did a lot. I really liked the ult to help out
Everything hitting
Dom.
together, and it couldn't have come.
In terms of how this half was going, this was a great,
better time here as we
great
end the
comeback
half
from Liquid.
tied
They have
up.
double duelist as
What a
well,
play
so
for
that should
Rengar
help on
to
the
give
attack.
that wall up for Soulcast, and then Soulcast to really capitalize on it, dodging all the util that was available, which wasn't much from Loud.
Sure.
It's so good.
Oh man. Yeah, the barking's back. Does not feel like a curse anymore. A 6-6 half. We're going to throw it down to Yinsu in the crowd, who's standing by with a special guest.
Let me put this live.
Someone who I consider a Valorant royalty here with me, it is Pancada. Welcome, Pancada. I might know the answer to this first question, but I think the fans would like to hear it. Who are you rooting for today? Who are you supporting?
Então, quem é que você tá torcendo aqui hoje? Loud.
Of course, we're not surprised about that one. What have you made about the series so far, Map 1 and Map 2 as well?
O que você acha da série até agora? Mapa 1, mapa 2?
O primeiro mapa foi um jogo fácil para Loud, começaram muito bem. Agora eu acho que a pausa deu uma atrapalhada no segundo mapa, mas eles vão voltar forte pro próximo round.
Yeah, the first time was actually like an easy map for Loud, but now with this like pause, like pretty sure that they're gonna come like stronger.
Oh, okay. We will see. We will see. Now, before we came live to this interview, you were telling me how you and Tui's, you consider him like your son, your little brother almost. So talk to me what you made of his performance, and do you give him any advice as well in his role and competition in general?
Então, antes ali atrás a gente estava conversando, você falou
Dude's
que
playing
você
great as well.
considera Tui's como se fosse filho de você. E você
Tui's
tem algum
confirmed,
conselho
little bro.
pra ele, alguma coisa para eles se apegarem durante o campeonato, uma palavra de confiança?
Conselho, principalmente não ligar para as críticas de fora. Eles sabem que eles são bons, eles não precisam ficar ouvindo isso. E só manter a calma durante o campeonato que vai fluir, com certeza.
Like, if I was to say an advice, is just do not care about like critics from outside. Like they're very good. They have to believe in that and not care about that. Just like believe on that, follow with the flow, and then everything in the championship shall place in the right place.
Oh, thank you so much, Pancada, for joining me. And let's see if Tui's is going to follow this advice in the second half.
Thank you so much, Yinsu. Always good to hear from Pancada as well. But man, what a comeback from.
I feel like he was
from
talking about
Liquid.
his
Those
own time
last
on
2
Sentinels
rounds really
there.
Could have been the
Could
difference
ignore the
maker,
outside noise.
as we could be having a very,
Feels,
very different conversation.
feels like that was
That
more
clutch
just
from Yampi, and then
for himself
and
than
quick
Tui's,
thinking,
to
but
be
now
honest.
they're on the attack. And they have some pacey tools. I mean,
they do.
yeah, they're playing double control, but
Sentinels
that's the
fans
difference.
are
But
Sentinels fans
you've
are
got to
pretty
be ready to
ruthless,
shut
man.
that down for Loud. Ready to have some trap plays here, and I love actually Sadek's position. It's really poised for a nice stun off of this dog. If you go
Double
up
heaven?
Right, this is could be
Oh,
disastrous.
it's a good
saw the stun,
stun.
but they had already
He's
pushed him
coming
off
from
the
behind.
angle.
They stunned like this, no one to help. Oh, this is
How
a
much more
nice
space
take
do
at
they
the
find?
moment.
They fully have Heaven control in Sadak's position.
He's
not detected. Ooh, dealt a little bit of damage.
Wow,
on
and we
Yumpy,
have
but
a
that's
luck
all
all
it
the way
is.
through here. It's a shame that the turret's going to see him. Pulled the turret away at the most perfect time. There's no way.
planted for Heaven. They've got full control. That wall was going to allow both Safe and Yumpy to play off each other very well.
If they can get the kills before Redguard finds a space,
should be done, bro.
Loud may have a shot at this because otherwise.
Yeah, this
Liquid's
luck
team in
is
firm
everything.
control.
The turret literally just as it was about to
He
shoot
doesn't
got pulled away,
Doug, he doesn't
and
need to do anything.
you
He
have
doesn't have to
no
get these
idea,
kills. All he has
especially
to
with
do is
Safe
play with
holding like
Safe
this.
with
Safe
Heaven
doesn't
here.
need to make a
just
play.
contain.
It's literally all up to Redguard to make the next
Just
play.
contained.
That'll
One
do it.
spotted, one dealt with.
Now they
Now
got to
they
speed
understand
up.
What's on the other side? You see Les trying to deal with it while Soulcast keeping him back on the side himself. 2 massive kills.
Dude, what a really cool
and that's
pistol.
surely the round.
And that's their
First
fast one,
pistol
though.
Coming in from Team Liquid.
And if I'm not mistaken, the first lead they've had all series.
Absolutely has been.
First pistol,
Been a rough
first
one,
lead, yeah.
but finally coming alive. Right out
Yeah, I
of
mean, I
that
like this one. It was really cool.
little extended break we had in the beginning of that half, or at the end of that half. Loud going to take their first eco, feels like in a long, long time. Let's see what they've got.
Right there.
Let's see how Team Liquid can maintain
They keep
the advantage
this
here
one a
that they
little
finally
bit,
built themselves up.
loose. 2 people can die in this one.
We know that Liquid are good in situations that Loud now find themselves in.
Yep.
And you're right, because of how the series has played out, we really haven't had to see how Loud handle positions
Oh,
like
they have
this.
no idea how they're this
But
close.
it seems like they want to go exploring mid. And while the guns and the duelists that are on the other side prove to be a bit too much.
I've talked about the reads that Team Liquid have had a couple times now, and you can tell they expected to push. Look how far back Redguard is still playing. And how the 2 sides of mid right here,
Okay,
Yumpy
popped his
and
dash
the
when they
other
pushed
guys,
down, and then used his dash
this
to
is where they
spot
were
middle.
playing. This is where they were holding the line. They knew that
Right,
push
let's see
was
where the
coming.
call is
They
at.
walked
See where they
slowly
want to
into
group
it.
and hit. They
And
still
they're
have
rewarded.
dog as well, so they could literally
Minus
just
losing
group
Safe.
and not take middle
Either
and
way,
just
that
hit a
gun's not
site
gonna
with
be
dog
recovered.
if they wanted to.
So still not many chances for Loud to get back in this unless Sada can get some cheeky flank
What's the
going.
timing going to be like on
He
this?
had a shot at it in the previous round.
Oh,
this
with the
time.
dog.
Look at it.
Oh, no.
He's got a Sheriff too. The first, the second does
Surprised he
not
just
fall.
didn't really wait,
And Aspas
but
is
honestly,
way too far to do anything. What a flash there.
Yampy did really
That-
good to
just
like
an original,
reface
that was
this
coming in
because
from
that
Heaven.
guy's swinging and killing
He
the
understands
Skywing
the
the
Red
dog.
Guard's behind him. It's just a classic against the Ghost. And that's just not
Okay,
enough.
trying to
I
get
really love
everything for
from
this as
Liquid
well.
too, man. They're taking their time. They're getting the orbs. They're not
Aspas
just
has
satisfied
nade.
with getting the kills and getting
Dude, he has
spiked
nade
out.
and we have
I'm really
15
curious
seconds
where
to
that
plant.
flash came from Soulcast, actually.
Might get a little bit.
I'm wondering if that was intentionally going through one of the windows on top
boss
of
man.
the rafters.
That's your nade.
Oh, that nade got caught up there, but that's a ding from Aspas with the Spectre up in heaven. Now 13 HP. Aspas, I don't think they're coming, man.
Another ping from Soulcast's flash.
That was a crazy flash, too.
Yeah, way up high.
Yeah.
It's important there. You got to get the elevation to actually ping on Heaven.
This would be quite the Aspas moment.
I was
Now
gonna say he's
4 or 5
13 HP.
shots
How's he
missed,
still
not a
alive?
single one landing.
Good damage in the end. They
There's
take down one
chances there.
rifle,
Yeah.
right?
Sadak's
So,
flank. They got it
Two
down to the
buys on top of
1v2
this.
eventually.
Past this place.
Definitely chances. And it's costly. Only 2 players
yeah,
surviving
so should
from
be
Liquid.
buying 2 rifles at one
But
point.
look at the amount of money they
There's
have.
one.
They're perfectly happy to get 1 rifle up and then still maintain that bonus.
Yeah, they're vibing.
Oh, okay.
45-50 for Yumpy.
Jumping
2
one,
ghosts as well. I mean, he's still going to be getting up.
interesting.
way up.
They really don't go
He's
heavy into
also
this one.
2
They
away
kind
from
of just,
blades, too, so
it's almost
you
a
could
bit more like
conceivably think about a
the
round
China
where he
meta,
gets both
where they just make
See
sure
the
that
dash.
they don't
Up
buy
ramps and
anything
flash
into
on the other
this.
side of the smoke.
So yeah, maybe they want the attack up. That's why
There's
China
pressure.
do it, because
There's
they want to
nobody
get the up
punishing
out all
either
the
there.
time.
There's definitely an opportunity for Sadak to get spam on him, something like that, but they weren't considering it.
Yeah, they were playing so much softer.
They do. Loud does have B main control. There was a deep smoke from Tui's that went out. So they're maintaining control of that one, and Team Liquid are sticking with this 1-2-2.
It seemed like they might try to set up for a trap mid. If that flash is all it's going to be, the Trailblazer is going to get info on both. Do you push in?
Blinded.
Okay, this is
And look at
nice
how
though.
Loud
So
are
all of
rotating
this
further back
basically
in
to
towards A.
block
They
the
know
vision
that
here.
they've
So it creates
lost
the
mid
question
control,
mark
they're
that they can
expecting to
be
push
here
that
or here.
lane
So they
step.
feel like they've done that over towards middle. They've got enough people watching over towards heaven. Now they can just group hit the site. So
back B heaven. So they can't spot. Are they crossing mid? They can't spot if they're going up into ropes, which means
honestly,
these A players have to play a lot
not too bad at the
differently.
moment.
There's still 2 people
We
here.
still
There's
haven't
still
used any
Sadak.
of the
And Les has been phenomenal
Kauzin's
today.
been doing his util over towards here,
Not
I
as good
think,
on
and so they
split as
haven't
he was
actually
on
cleared up
Haven.
anything. And
25
speaking of
seconds,
that, he just
for
flashes over towards
play.
B, so
That
they
seems
can
a
get the
little
rotate here.
misadvised, but you
So
can
yeah,
get
they
great
might be able to get
executes out of
3
it
just
on
in
the side.
time.
Watch Sadak, he still has plenty of utility. He's going to reposition around it too. That
Double on
aftershock
site,
is gonna
15
buy a lot
seconds.
of time. 10 seconds left. Can they hold the line? Aspas has arrived. Sadak with the first, Les with the second. There's no way in. They've grabbed the spike now, and the smoke is going to provide a little bit of cover to spam through. Do they stop the plant? Yes, they do.
Nicely handled. I also love that Loud didn't
Liquid burn
overpeak
the
here,
midnight
and they
oil
were just all
just a
kind of
bit too
confident that
much.
some of their teammates would clean this up.
The fact that Sadak's able to get
yeah.
back into sight there is huge. As the execute comes in, dropping that
Yeah, they lost their
aftershock,
timing a little bit with
completely controlling elbow.
the amount of people that were
He
here.
knows what he did.
The fault line was really nice to delay on top of that.
Yeah, it split up the hit. You can see it's just safe and Yampi out. And then just playing ring around Rosie.
Yeah, a little bit low on
Back
time.
into
We'll
this
see what
with
the
that
other rounds are like.
anti-bonus.
But remember, we were talking about it at the beginning of the round, the money, the way that Liquid had handled their finances, put them in a position where they could still buy an attack side op behind you and rifles.
And I think I love the attack side op here, specifically because there's only one controller.
So yeah, this is what we're talking about, and again, this is China Meta, and this kind of makes sense with Yampi, at least in my mind, was one of the better attack offers. We tried it a good amount, and he's pretty decent with it. But when you kind of do this, it means that you're going to be a little bit slow.
He's onto Les's angle, and I think Les just jump spotted. But just one missed moment of discipline for Les, and that's a kill.
Yeah, I think there was a jump spot here, and that's why he's so heavy focused on this.
Not with that turret there.
No. Patience from the youngster. Ooh.
Leg shot.
Less so from Sadak as he crept forward. Does get wall bang, 30 HP, still alive. Look at the space of 2.
Yeah, and they gamble over towards A with this one, and we're going to be going over towards B. It's been very slow from Liquid.
And if he pops that smoke, there's no way
Oh
you
man,
expect
Tuiz
him
has been
there.
great, but this is probably too much.
30 seconds
Right?
left.
There's a little bit more to work with. Tuiz. Oh, he's expecting the first! Tuiz with 3!
Bro, he got him down to 5 HP as well.
What a play!
Still a chance, though. They're so far away.
Soulcast is so weak.
But your trail.
They're going to drop the secrets.
Bro,
and that's gonna
Tuiz is
provide a
having
little
one of
bit
the best
breathing
games
room.
I've seen him have. It's been
What
incredible.
is that from Yampi?
What?
Pops the blades, has the op. A
Well, it's a nice
1v2.
reposition from him. Well, it's a really good
flash
reposition
misses
from
him.
him.
This is a huge line.
It's just another barking
They're
moment.
coming back, though.
From the star. Oh, he's
Oh
going to have
my.
to get both, and he can't get
Yeah.
any.
Nicely done from
What a
Kaunzin.
play from Tuiz.
What is this stack?
These reclears
Tuiz,
in these
bro.
clutch moments
He's
are
too good
working
right now.
so well to shut down any attempt.
He's actually
I
too
didn't
good.
think he played that way either, to be honest. I didn't think he'd
Who,
face
Yampi?
that way. No, Tuiz.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He
It feels,
dropped-
it
he-
feels like they didn't even see the smoke that he dropped.
Damn, that's
yeah,
incredible,
he dropped
man.
the star to the left, and I thought, all right, he's going to pop that
He's
into a
baited.
smoke. Yeah, he's going to tuck, and you would never expect him there. But Tuiz, man, once again. Almost brought
He's like he's about to
Candy to
cry,
tears
man.
there.
He's getting real emotional with it.
I mean, it means a lot. Elimination.
Yeah,
on
it
the
means
line.
a hell of a lot.
And close it out.
Alfie,
early here,
underscore
go to
clueless,
Lotus,
what's up, bro?
which
How we doing?
haven't seen that much of
Thank you,
Loud on
11
Lotus.
months. Appreciate that.
And it didn't look
One away from
perfect
the
against
big.
DRX.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that DRX is also
How are
one of those
Liquid
teams
looking?
that hasn't played it too often.
Much better on this map.
What do you think?
I suggest
stack
not watching
of,
Haven
cups there.
if you're a Liquid fan.
I think it's all the clutches.
Yeah,
He's
he's
keeping up
counting.
with them himself.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay,
It's
and
cold
this
play.
timeout's probably going to just be talking about like just
A
the
reminder.
Or
just
it's
the
just a way
slow
to start
pace
attack bombs.
that we've seen.
Or it's
So
just a way
maybe
to
the
start
op's
attack
going to get put away, and maybe we're going to see more of like the double dive and actually sending it into the
And
site.
Liquid on the ropes right
So
now.
I think that's one of the
I
cool
have
things
to
about
point out the
the
fact that
double
last
duelist
3
comp
rounds
is
have
just
come
like
down to,
the variety that you can have. You can literally exec instantly and have a good exec within the first 5 seconds, or you can play really slow, like the op kind of pick. But feels like these rounds are getting a bit too slow, so maybe we drop the op and we're just going to see some science. Do they have a plan with the Astra? Oh, in terms of this as well, okay, big round as well. Big round. Everyone with a circle on can't buy next. But this will be a drop, so Loud are fine. Tui's 13 to 8, 6 assists.
Les is the guy who's opping here. Instead of Aspas
less ops now.
Aspas also only has 1 satchel.
Remember, actually, back to last year's meta when this team, Loud, won Champions 2022 in Turkey. Les was playing a lot of Chamber in maps where Aspas was floating elsewhere to raise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Killjoy op.
I was looking to see if he popped someone up with the other satchel into a cheeky spot, but I don't think it's the case, no.
Yeah, maybe accidentally popped it early.
Nothing too fast on this one, still super slow. I think they're fast and they want to get the Astra stars out of them. I mean, it's a legit play against Astra.
A little bit of a head scratcher.
But when he's doing like 3Ks when you push into him, there's not much else he can do.
Yampi's by himself, eh?
I mean, Yampi's like lurking Jet. With the pressure from over here and in middle as well, we've taken B main control and then a flash that goes real far deep B main. So with that, we can heavy rotate.
Cosmic Divide fake on this B site.
But with the Astra ult, they think that it's a B. And the one-person fake from Soulcast comes in. So there's 2 people over towards Ace. This call at the moment is really good, even though they have early info.
The alarm bot is here too. That wall is going to help. It's going to provide
Sadak
some exit for Les to get out.
ult. Oh, it time's really low again.
Remember the rolling thunder from Sadak too.
And they can flood out with this 1-2 going through the smoke. How many do they get on site here?
Les has already taken the space. Remember, he's got
Just the 2.
has fallen.
15 seconds.
In the smoke. Does he have any more util? No, I don't think he does. Now 13 seconds left, and once again, Liquid may have waited a bit too long. The clock expires.
Yeah, and Spike's just out in the open. It feels like
yeah, he doesn't even have time to recover the spike.
It feels like a Melons.
Look at Tui's, the dude's just chilling.
Oh my, what the?
Oh, I thought he was going to
fumble that. Just showing off, I guess, of that one.
Brutal.
Okay, so now they go down to an eco. This was a massive round. Like, this is probably the round that they're going to look back if they lose this, and this is the VOD review round. Like, this is where it all slipped away. I mean, Sadak's ult was incredible. But yeah, I imagine maybe in the timeout they didn't speak about time because they didn't do too much. I mean, it's slow. It's probably the slowest I've ever seen a double duelist comp.
So late in the round, it's the biggest safety valve you could possibly ask for.
I think. This is 100% the slowest I've ever seen a double duelist comp get played. Like, I haven't even seen a double dive site hit. They're playing it. They're playing it like they have Loud's comp.
That's from Sadak.
Excuse me, Sadak?
Yeah, pop off, King.
Aspas is right next to you, and he's the one taking that fight. That's crazy.
Amen.
That's been all series, too, from him. He's been heavily involved. Safe picked up the op, though, and I mean, Tui's, this is a tough shot to hit.
He's done it before.
Damn.
Nice, he saw him.
That's
Falls
nice,
off.
yeah, little pixel.
Meanwhile, they're dogging towards a main down ramps to confirm that there's nothing outside, and
yeah,
then
and this has been
look at how they're rotating
like
beam.
honestly, Calzin's just been doing like silent util in terms of like flash, dog, and just making sure that they have the numbers in the right place that can get these rotates out early. So this time we have 4 people.
Again, 40 seconds left, and they're still back in spawn. The Seeker's getting so much space back, and Aspas is in the smoke.
Don't do it.
Smoke goes soon.
That's going to be tough. Finds nothing. Now the Cosmic Divide, and that's going to buy some space. It's going to force them to go safe with the ult. Nothing found. Nothing at all. Tui's backside. Not. Oh, he is able to clean up 1. 7 bullets left. Can he find another?
He played well still.
This time it may have worked out, but Natsus by himself. 13 seconds left. He's still got to grab the spike. He's got to get the kills if he wants to win the round, and none of them come through.
Oh,
Sadak again with 3 and Loud with another.
And they really thought he was sight, even though the spike was down here.
Such a huge chance. From Nats of
yeah,
all people,
I mean, just shout out to Cowan's in again. The fact that they can get 4 people here does change this round. The Sky getting info over towards the sides.
It's just not his day.
Like, if they're going to do... This is the thing at the moment. If they're going to do this slow play, they kind of need to 4-1 so that the Sky util doesn't clear all of this, so they can't have the heavy rotate in place.
Not making the big plays when you expect him to. I mean, it was Nats. I thought 100%
This is
of
much.
the time
I mean,
he's
this is
winning
what
that
Double
either
Duelist
way.
comes made
Finally,
for.
the pace
Just
from Team Liquid.
fast.
Yeah, but the buy is not
Yeah.
great. Aspas has an op. There's so many members here.
Bit of a
He's got
nightmare
the
when that
ult, he's
happens,
got
though.
the
It's just a
nade,
low buy.
he's
We'll
got
see what
it
they're going
all.
to do on their fast round. I mean, on their
Liquid
buy
are-
round,
we're
even.
still back in garage.
And the fast push instantly gets put down. I mean, you're thinking so often, when is it going to come from Team Liquid? When are they going to be able to switch things up? And it comes at a time, again, that it's readable. When they have a low buy, it's like, okay, they're either forcing or just going for an eco. They're going to try something cheeky, and they do, and it fails. Surprise, surprise.
Les holding his tight angle and ramps. He's got util to protect the site. That Vandal. Yep. Only 2, though. I thought he was going to get the 3rd.
Yeah, 5
So-
HP, he's stunned, he's
I
dead.
mean, he's dead.
Yeah, it's
He was flashed. He had no idea
flash.
that he was in the line of
He had
danger.
no
As
idea he was
Loud gets to
literally in it.
11.
Okay.
Feels like Sideark's gotten like
Pretty much this one
3
for it.
aftershock kills
Big
so
buy
far
round
this
coming
game.
in. What do they do?
I mean,
Do
he's
they
top
go?
fragging.
If
Wow.
okay, there's so much they can talk about. If they're gonna go slow, which they seem that they want to, they have
You know,
to
I wonder,
4-1
too,
it.
as I was watching, is
And
what it
the
was
one
that they
has to be
used to
getting
keep that
hit
push
or
back
like shoot
and
the
save
dog
pop.
or
It
something
was
for
the
fake
gravity wall
pressure.
and then the op.
Or they can
Yep.
just go
Up in
fast
heaven.
and
That's
do
what was
just
the
do normal
initial problem,
side
and that's
execs.
what really caused Liquid
Bit of map
issues
control,
in trying to get
like
out.
B main,
Just a grab
and then
wall
go side
should not
hit
be enough
A
to
or
stop a
something.
double duelist dive.
Or middle.
I
I mean,
mean,
they
it
have
should.
they have
And
endless
Yumpy did get
options,
out.
honestly.
He got past it, but then you had to deal with the showstopper too.
Yep.
Four, 5 rounds in a row for Loud?
5 at this point.
5 in a row.
And you remember, Team Liquid took the lead because they won the first pistol, or their only pistol this series here in the second half. Won the anti-eco, but since then it's been all Loud all day. And the crazy part too is it's not even how you really expect this comp to play. There's not any crazy trap plays going out. They're just playing reactively. I think at this point, you know, I was thinking a lot how Loud is playing fantastic on Haven. And I was trying to credit them a lot for that, making it very difficult for Team Liquid to get in the game. But here, I think a lot of it falls on their own responsibility. Taking
Right, what
so
do we
much
got?
time here.
Yeah.
When
How do
you
they
don't
play?
have the same, I mean, there's not as much.
So
like I
maybe
say, it's not the
maybe there's a
sustained
chance for Loud
ability
to do
of
something
Loud's
crazy if they
composition.
want to. I don't
There's
think they need
not
to. Like their
reusable
buy rounds have just
util
been
outside of the
flawless.
Sky util. Tui's stuff is
Like
all
Kiwix,
going
what's
away
up, bro,
after
with the
he
3
uses it
months
once.
with the
Sideark's
Prime? Thank you,
has
thank
a
you.
refreshable fault
Appreciate
line,
that.
but outside of that, you're spending a lot with those flashes.
Yeah.
Let's see how this plays out, though, finally.
What is this setup here? The fault line, and they're going to push in really hard.
Yeah, and this
Tui's
is
been
nice
getting
from.
this control every time.
This is nice. Yeah, they go in, they get the ult. B main question mark created.
Whoa.
In reaction to that, they take mid, but we got no util for that.
Follow, this does not look good.
It's labored, man. It just feels like it's not there right now.
Bro, they're
Seems
playing a
like we
double
just walked
duelist
in
comp
without
like they
checking
have
anything, right?
double
That's like-
initiator.
You expect
don't
the
get it.
crosshair placement to be there, at least something, some piece of util, but just dry walking through.
Might as well be. Might as well
hurts to
have.
see it. It's a little painful, I have to say.
And might as well be on have a breach.
And again, they've given the tools to Loud to win this round. They've given the breach hold. They're not playing against the lockdown, which could come at the wee hours where they like to hit.
This is kind of nice though. They create the pressure over towards here. They block vision.
It's just a fake, and you just realize there's an op on the other side.
Where's the Trailblazer? Where's something here to
Yeah, dude.
deal with the op
Are we
that they've
really
seen?
just dry
I wonder if
peeking
it was just
both of
feet
these?
ahead, because remember, Soulcast was flashing into heaven for the fake. Tui's is still in a really nice spot here, and they've got this brutal crossfire with Kamalzine not far off. Aspas getting another. The nade's going to keep him back. Redgar's left by himself. He's got 70 HP.
I mean, this kind of summed it up.
I mean, this map was
Like
close
this did
until it
sum it up
wasn't.
really. This was like the big buy round. This is their chance to get back in.
Gets Loud to
And
series
we
point
have dry
and
peak,
puts
dry
Liquid
peak.
1 round away from elimination.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
that's
even
how we
think about this
started.
as
That's
series point. I
crazy.
think about this
4
as
chances.
elimination point right here. Team Liquid
Oh man.
are on the ropes for a team that was highly rated, probably second highest.
Oh, look
That's
at
just
that crosshair.
Yeah, it's just nowhere. It's nowhere.
It was in the ground.
I hate to keep bringing attention to things like that, but it's just not there today. And of all days, this is the end of the season right here. This is the round that could determine whether you're going to the offseason disappointed or you're playing more Valorant.
All right, 4 chances, like we said, and
They
dude, they
still
got
have
some
the lockdown
ults.
from Les. They still have
They
the Rolling
got some
Thunder
good
from
ults for it.
Questions on how Loud will perform.
Slow, methodical map
After
control. Dude, we
Tokyo
didn't see a
pivoting the
double.
start to
We
this
didn't see a
tournament.
sight hit once.
And at least for now,
Why have they got
looked
double
dominant.
duelist?
Aspa seems
I'm
in
so
form.
confused
Sanak
by
is
it.
leading from the front. Tui's is the Wonder Boy yet again. Everything coming together. And for Liquid, unfortunately for them, at the worst possible time. What is left in Liquid's playbook? Where do they go from here?
Oh, not this again.
Again, challenge in the B main.
The ops
This
here.
time the op.
Oh no.
The hands of Aspas.
Okay.
There it is. There's something
Gets
behind
a
it. This
Mewtwo
time it was
behind
the
it.
Seekers. Stays around to drop that nade. He's here by himself. Oh, Tui's has helped. Tui's has helped, but Kalantin's also gotten one.
And they split up the hit again. 35 seconds. They got to get on this side.
Oh my god, that flash was incredible. The lineup was crazy. Damage is done. Feels like the damage was too much there. This is a big heal, to be fair.
30
The clock
seconds.
Yeah,
continues
I
to
mean,
be
the
an
time
issue.
has been the 6th
And
man
now
for
everyone's
round.
here. Sonic still has the rolling thunder. Les still has the ult. The punch in from Aspas. A kill is found.
Great, they got a double with
There's
that.
the rolling thunder, and everyone may have secured the season, the series done, and it turns out Sonic's suitcase.
It was
not
dominant.
for him. They
It was
send
dominant.
Liquid home.
I was impressed with their Haven, and
the
yeah,
final round
impressed with their
ends
split as well.
In the same fashion that second half.
Dude,
and
Tui's
Haven
had
went
an
to domination from
insane,
Loud.
an insane 2 maps. Both maps he was
It's good
great.
to see them back in form.